There are news stories that make every Eagles fan stop whatever they're doing, and this one, without a doubt, is one of them. Because even after all the explosive trade deadline moves, things behind the scenes in Philadelphia are still heating up. The team that already looked complete for the rest of the season might not be done yet, and could be preparing one last masterstroke. A move that, if it happens, would bring not only experience, but historical weight. Something that could completely redefine the Eagles' defense going into 2026. And yes, we're talking about a name that's already carving his path to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. But before revealing who it is, it's important to understand what's really at stake here. The Philadelphia Eagles, under Howie Roseman's leadership, have built a reputation for one thing: they never stay still. When everyone thinks the roster is set, that's exactly when the unexpected happens. And this time, according to analyst Christopher Knox of Bleacher Report, the team could be looking to make another bold move, this time for none other than Khalil Mack, the legendary pass rusher of the Los Angeles Chargers. Yes, that Khalil Mack, the 7-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All-Pro, and one of the most dominant defensive players of his generation. Even at 35, Mack remains one of the most respected forces in the NFL trenches. Knox believes that Roseman could once again wave his magic wand and bring Mack to Philadelphia on a 1-year, $16 million deal. It's a bold move, no question, but also the kind of calculated gamble that has defined Roseman's tenure as one of the most daring and successful general managers in football. The question everyone's asking is the risk worth it? Mack's season hasn't been perfect. He missed time earlier in the year with a dislocated elbow, the kind of injury that would slow down most players his age. But not Mack. Since returning, he's put up 3 sacks, 4 quarterback hits, and 8 tackles in just 5 games. Those aren't empty stats. They're proof that even in limited time, he still makes his presence felt. Even if he doesn't make his 10th Pro Bowl this year, the impact is still undeniable. Just 2 seasons ago, he finished with 17 sacks, a number that still ranks among the league's elite. And when you take a closer look at the Eagles' recent struggle, this potential move makes even more sense. Philadelphia's defense has been solid, but not the same unstoppable force it once was. Last year, the team finished with 41 sacks. This season, only 18 so far. The gap is obvious, and with the departures and retirements of key edge players like Josh Sweat, Zadarius Smith, and possibly Brandon Graham, there's a clear need for a veteran presence. That's where Mack fits perfectly. Imagine him under defensive coordinator Vic Fangio, a coach who knows exactly how to use a player like Mack. The scheme would allow him to play that late-career Von Miller type of role, a situational weapon, a closer, someone who comes alive when the lights are brightest. He might not need to play every snap, but when the game is on the line, in the 4th quarter, in the playoffs, in the Super Bowl, that's when you'd see him. And if there's one team that understands the value of experience and leadership, it's the Philadelphia Eagles. We've seen it before. Roseman isn't afraid to call on veterans when the moment demands it. He brought back Zadarius Smith, even if his time was short, and somehow convinced Brandon Graham to unretire. Both moves were driven by the same principle: leadership, depth, and heart. Mack checks all those boxes. He's older, yes, but he's still elite. He's still disciplined, still powerful, and still hungry. Meanwhile, the Eagles have plenty of promising young defenders: Nolan Smith, Jalix Hunt, Jihad Campbell, all of whom represent the team's future. But even the most talented youth needs a mentor, a voice in the locker room, someone who's been to the war, who knows what it takes to win it all. Khalil Mack would be exactly that. Roseman isn't thinking about next year, he's thinking about championships. He knows this window, this golden era of Eagles football, won't stay open forever. The team is young, talented, and hungry, but greatness demands the kind of balance only experience brings. Mack would bring that, and more. Of course, there's risk. $16 million is no small gamble, especially for a player coming off multiple injuries and heading into his mid-30s. But if there's anyone in the league who isn't afraid to gamble when a Lombardi trophy might be the payoff, it's Howie Roseman. And if he believes Mack has one more great season left in, then the conversation in Philadelphia could get very real, very fast. For now, it's all speculation. But in this city, rumors have a strange way of becoming reality. And if, a few months from now, we find ourselves watching the Eagles in another Super Bowl, and Khalil Mack is out there, lined up off the edge, ready to explode off the snap and chase down the opposing quarterback, we'll look back and realize that this was the moment everything changed. Because when it comes to Howie Roseman and the Philadelphia Eagles, the impossible isn't a dream. It's just a matter of time.